everybody and welcome to this special illustration workshop for Ballinasloe Library Comic-Con 2021. My name is Alan Nolan, I'm an illustrator and I'm a writer, and I write and I draw books for kids. Books like Finton's 15, which is all about the worst hurling team in Ireland. Books like Connor's Caveman, which is about a boy and a girl called Connor and Charlie who find a caveman frozen in ice high up in the Wicklow Mountains. And also books like the Sam Hannigan series of the O'Brien Press. Now, I love writing books and I love writing books for kids, but I also love making comics. That's one of my favorite things to do. I love reading comics and I love making them. Comics like Sancho, which has won loads of awards. That was written by myself and a guy called Ian Whelan, and I did all the illustrations. It was fantastic fun to do. And books like Little Bram. And Little Bram is all about the school days of a young Bram Stoker. And Bram Stoker, for anybody who's never heard of Bram Stoker, he was the guy who created Dracula. And guess what? He was from Ireland. He was an Irish guy. He lived in Dublin. So it was great fun to do those. Now, I've been writing and drawing books and comics for years and years, since I was in school in fact, and people are always asking me how I became an author and how I became an illustrator. And I always say to them, well, I became an author and I became an illustrator because I was first and foremost a comic fan. Now, I was lucky when I was a kid. I had one person who was a huge influence on me, and that was my granny. I had a granny called Nanny Gig, and she used to live with us in the same house, and she had the best job that any kid can wish for their granny to have. She worked in a sweet shop. She used to bring us back loads of sweets all the time. Well, not loads, like 5 or 6 in a little bag every night. She didn't want our teeth to fall out. And she was brilliant. She was a great storyteller. She was really funny. But the best thing about that shop she used to work in was they also used to sell comics. They'd sell comics like the Beano, and we'd get comics like the Dandy, and my all-time favourite, 2000 AD. And when I was a kid, my granny was brilliant as well, because she'd encourage us to read comics, she'd encourage us to read books, but she'd also encourage us to engage in any sort of storytelling that we liked. And one of the things that I loved when I was a kid was going to the cinema. I love going to the movies, and my granny used to bring me. And when one film came out when I was a kid, when it came out, I just loved it and I wanted to go again and again, and my granny used to bring me, and that film was Star Wars. I absolutely loved it. She brought me 7 times to the cinema to see Star Wars, and you know what? She fell asleep every single time. And for Christmas, the year Star Wars came out, my granny bought me this book. This is the exact book that she bought me. It was the Star Wars Annual #1, and it was full of comic strips. It was the comic strip version of the movie of Star Wars A New Hope, and I absolutely loved it. I really loved that book, and I used to draw R2-D2, and I draw C-3PO, and I draw Luke Skywalker, and I draw Han Solo, and especially I love drawing Chewbacca because he was so tall and hairy, and Princess Leia. I just love drawing them, and that's kind of how I got into drawing and how I became a comic book artist. Now, Star Wars obviously is still going strong, and one of my favorite Star Wars things is The Mandalorian. It's all about a sort of bounty hunter guy called the Mandalorian. He has this silver armor and he goes around, but it's full of brilliant characters like Boba Fett is in it. Which is absolutely amazing to me. It blew my mind when I saw it come into it. But my favorite character of all is the little baby Yoda character. He's only about that small. His name is actually Grogu. It's not Baby Yoda, but he's one of Yoda's race. He's got the big ears. He can use the Force. He's really cute with big eyes. And that's what we're going to draw. I am going to show you guys how to draw Grogu or Baby Yoda. So to draw this amazing character of Grogu, all you're going to need is a pencil and some paper. Now, you don't need a huge sheet like this. Just an ordinary A4 piece of paper will do, or even an A5, or even a post-it note. Anything you can draw on is fine. Okay, so to draw this character, what we're going to do first of all is we're going to draw Grogu's big eyes. Now, Grogu has two huge big eyes, so we're going to draw two sort of oval shapes. So right in the middle of the sheet, I'm going to start off with two oval shapes. So an oval shape here. Here we go. And an oval shape right beside it. There we go. There. Excellent. And inside those two oval shapes, we're going to draw the pupils of Grogu's eyes. Now, we're going to give him big black pupils because he's huge eyes. But we're also going to put a little sparkle into each, just to bring our character to life a little bit. So, inside each of these circles or ovals, I'm going to draw a curved line coming down on this side. Okay? And a curved line coming down on the other side here. So another curved line here. And the same in the other one, a curved line coming down this side and a curved line coming down the other side here. And what we're going to do is we're going to leave the little skinny bits there white. We're going to colour in the rest black. But first of all, we're going to put a little sparkle in his eye. So up the top right hand corner, I'm going to draw another little circle like that. And inside the middle bit there, I'm going to draw another circle up at the top right hand corner. And then I'm going to colour in these two bits black. Now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to draw a kind of circle shape around these two eyes here, just to show the shape of Grogu's head. So over the top of the head, what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a curved line that goes from the top of one eye to the other eye like that. And around the bottom of the head, I'm going to do another curved line that will start at the bottom of this eye, go down, 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 round, 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 and back up to there. Okay. And inside that head now, we're going to draw his face. We're going to draw his nose and his little mouth. So for the nose, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a U shape, but it's going to be an upside down U shape. Like a U you'd write in your copy, but turned over and upside down. I'm going to put it right between his two eyes here. It'll U shape like that. Really cute. And then I'm going to give him a big smile because this Grogu, he's a mischievous character in the program. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give him a big mischievous smile like that. Cool. And then I might even give him a little bit of sticky hair up on his head because his hair is always sticking up. So a few little bits of hair sticking up in his head like that. Brilliant. Now the next thing we're going to do on this Grogu character is we're going to draw his coat, and we'll start off with the collar that goes around his neck. So to draw Grogu's collar, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the same shape as his chin here, but just underneath and a little bit bigger. So another sort of curved shape like this, but coming out the side, around like this, and up to the other side like that. And then we draw a little curved line going down, not right in the center, just slightly off center, little curved line coming down like that. Brilliant. Next thing we're going to do on this baby Yoda character is we're going to draw him with his arms up in the air, okay? So we're going to draw the arms of his coat first of all, so the sleeves of his coat. And to draw that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw two sort of rectangle shapes that are going up at angles like this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start here with a line that goes up and across and then down. I'm going to forget about the bottom of that triangle, and then we do or rectangle, we'll do the same on the other side. So from this side, from his eye, I'm going to draw a line that goes up, across for the end of the sleeve, and then back down again, just to about there. Okay. And that's one arm going up, and then over the other side we'll draw exactly the same thing, just flipped over, a line going up, a line going across for the end of the sleeve, and then a line coming down. So a line coming down to about there. Excellent. Good stuff. Now we're going to draw the bottom of his coat. So his body is covered in this big long coat that goes right down to his little green toes. So what I'm going to do for that is I'm going to draw a straight line going down, straight line going across, and a straight line going up. So almost like the bottom of a rectangle as well. So just from the end of his arm here, I'm going to draw a straight line coming down like this. Straight line going across the bottom then, just across to about there. And then I'm going to join this point with this point for the other side of his body. So a straight line going up to where the bottom of his arm is. Excellent. And then we'll draw the seam going down the front. This is how he opens his coat and takes it off when he's going to bed at night time. We're going to draw a line from here to here, just another straight line going straight down the middle, like that. And there we have his coat. Now he is missing something. He's missing his fingers and he's missing his toes. So that's what we're going to do next. For his fingers, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do 3 little V shapes, but kind of upside down V's, like a V you write in your copy, but upside down. So going up, pointy at the top and down like this. And I'm going to make them sort of into like a crown shape. We were talking about Princess Leia earlier. She didn't wear a crown in Star Wars, but if you think of a princess's or a king's crown, it goes up like that, and there's a point, and up, and there's a point, and up, and there's a point like that. So it's 3 points, and that's what his little hand is like. He's 3 fingers, and they go up in little pointy bits like that. So what we're going to do here for this hand is I'm going to draw a little crown. So it'll look like this, going up, and there's a point, and down, up, and there's a point, and down, up, and there's a point, and down. And then because his hands are green and his fingernails are sort of yellowish, I'm just going to draw a little line across there, little line across there, little line across there. Cool. And then I'll do the same at the end of the other sleeve. Another line going up and a point, a line going up and a point, a line going up and a point, and then 3 fingernails, 1, 2, 3, just like that. Brilliant. And then while we're at it, we'll just do his toes as well, and we'll do them a little bit like that. But you can't see the palms here. You can see the palms. On his foot, all you can see is his toes. So all I'm going to draw down the bottom here is 1, 2, 3 little points like that. And then over the other side, the same thing. 1, 2, 3 little Spanish points over there. Excellent. And then if you have room, we give them toenails just like that, and toenails just like that. Brilliant. Okay, now the most important thing and the most peculiar feature that this baby Grogu has are his massive ears. Now we have him with his hands up in the air, so we're going to make his ears go slightly down, and they're going to be behind his body because his head is up like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw his ear. We'll start here, but it'll be behind his arm. It's going to come out here and curve around to there. Okay, so if you imagine where the ear would be here, it'll come down in a straight enough line like that, and then a curved line back up to his body. Okay, and then for the flap that goes over his ear, what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a curved line from here down to here. And you can see it almost meets the tip of the ear, but doesn't quite because it folds around. Then we'll do the same on the other side, a straight line coming down. We can actually see a bit of his head at the side of his arm there. So what I'll do is I will draw a little line there, just so you can see where the ear is going. And then it'll come out from behind his arm, the straight line coming down to about there. So make them kind of the same size. And then a curved line going back up to the body. So a curved line going back up to the body there. Excellent. And then we'll do the same as we did here. We'll do another curved line just going from his arm down nearly to the tip of his ear. And there's your baby Grogu. But he has his arms up. Do you know why? It's because he's using the Force. So in the TV program that I really love, baby Grogu has a little ball. It's like a metal ball, and I think it's the tip of a lever that the Mandalorian uses for driving a spaceship. Now I'm going to draw that little metal ball, but I'm going to make it a little bit like something else from Star Wars, from the original Star Wars. I'm going to make it look like the Death Star. So he has a miniature Death Star, and he's holding it up in the air with the Force. So what I'm going to do is over his head, I'm going to draw a circle for the Death Star. So a circle here, and a circle going around like that. Okay, and just to one side, I'm going to draw another circle inside that, because the Death Star has this kind of almost like a crater, and it fires the death rays, the evil death rays. Darth Vader says, "Fire the death rays," and it flies out of the Death Star. So we have a little crater up there, and inside that crater, I'll draw another tiny circle. Okay, and then we'll draw the trench across the Death Star. We'll do this with two sort of curved lines going from here to here. So a curved line going across like that, and a curved line going across like that. And we put a little bit of texture on it so it looks like it's got a little gun turrets and gun emplacements and so on. And then we will draw a few little waggly lines to show that Grogu is using the Force. So just from his hands and up towards the Death Star, I'm going to draw a wavy line. So just like this. Here we are. And another wavy line down here like this. And the same on the other side. Another wavy line that goes from the Death Star down to his hand. And another one underneath it. And there you are. There is your Grogu, better known as Baby Yoda. Well done, everybody. Well, I hope you enjoyed learning how to draw the teeniest, tiniest science fiction hero that I can think of. Well done, everybody, and enjoy everything that's happening in Ballinasloe Library Comic-Con in 2021. See you soon, guys!